Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Phenix Virtual Impact Summit 2021, the 8th event already in a row. Good morning to our friends from the Americas. Good afternoon to our listeners from Europe, Africa and Eurasia, and good evening if you have dialed in from Australia or Asia. Thank you that you're here. Today, we will continue yesterday's discussions about accelerating impact investing toward the 2030 goals. My name is Manuel Adamini. I'm a professional speaker and moderator on all matters sustainable finance, and I'll be your chair for today. I want to thank Phenix Capital Group for having me here today again. And as you know, a great tradition at Phenix Capital Group is to kick off these days with a highly inspirational video. A video produced by Isimo and the team there headed by Jakob Höhne. And I trust you all know Isimo for those fabulous movies and videos they know to produce, to convey a brand's message, to convey a brand's narrative. This video that you're going to see in a minute has been produced tailor-made for Phenix Capital to present to you at the occasion of this great summit. It will help us remember, set the scene, and tell us what we're all here for, the huge and highly urgent and highly important tasks in front of us. Right after the video, I will have the pleasure to stand here in the studio with your very host for these days, the Chief Executive of Phenix Capital Group, Dirk Meuleman. So let's have a look at the video, shall we?
Causality, the invisible architect that builds the inevitable future. Domino pushes domino. Cause produces effect. Our actions create the predictable intersections that lie along our trajectories. And there always comes a point of no return where momentum locks in outcomes and the future fills with tragic inevitabilities. But humans are built for reacting to emergencies on the scale of human life. Not slow-motion disasters that quietly eclipse us and dull our sense of when our reaction is too late. So it becomes our job to pay attention and to use our imaginations to translate the vast emergency of our planet's survival into a human-scale emergency we can grasp instinctively and to which we must react. It isn't easy, especially when things feel so much bigger than us. But if we choose not to act, that point of no return will surely come, and escaping the outcome will be impossible. Our point of no return most certainly exists, and it is urgently upon us. Our planet and our loved ones lie in the path of our choices, in the narrow funnel drawing us toward inevitability. So there is no time like the present to change course.
Here we are, as promised, with Phenix Capital Group's CEO, Dirk Meuleman. Dirk, thank you you're here. Well, this video, it really does hit me. This point of no return, are we actually there?
Well, we have less than 10 years to go for the Sustainable Development Goals, so we see the point of return definitely coming on the horizon. And what worries me, it's not a single crisis we are facing, but we're facing multiple slow-moving crises. A crisis in climate, a crisis in social, on both the inclusion part as well as poverty, a crisis in biodiversity, a crisis in air pollution, and we see all these different crises, and then we realize there's if we don't change course, there will be a point of no return upon us on each of these. If I look at last year, there was obviously a big crisis with COVID, and one of the things that I take away from that is that we realized that in face of a real urgent crisis, so much is possible, and humanity, we can do a lot together, and I hope that we'll see these slow-moving crises. We'll also tackle those with that type of urgency.
You hope so. Do you think we're going to make it? Yes or no?
I'm still positive. I think impact investing has really shown a lot of innovation. It really shown that it really stood up in the last year, both on the climate aspect as well as on the social dimensions. My main worry is, can we scale this up quickly enough in a way that it transforms entire portfolios?
And what, if any, have we heard yesterday that helps you lift you up there, take away those concerns? Any insight from yesterday?
Well, yesterday we really focused on the climate aspect of the conversation, and I'm really encouraged by the Net Zero Owner Alliance to see what they have been doing, especially as this is not a hollow sort of pledge, but it comes with real concrete intermediate goals, and I think that's really powerful. And we all heard Johanna asking, hey, please join us at this alliance. We heard Jamie Broderick saying that we're actually all on this path towards net zero, but some of us might be going there a little bit faster, some of us might be lagging a little bit. We looked at some of the biodiversity things where just the cost of inaction is staggering, and we published a report last week which shows that there's 10 billion being raised to target biodiversity at the moment. That's still not enough.
And just in terms of our focus, what have we discussed yesterday and what's going to be on the agenda for today?
Yeah, so yesterday, like I said, a lot of attention for climate in all different aspects. And one of the things also that happened in the background yesterday is about 200 Investor Connect meetings where asset owners and fund managers talk together one-on-one, and that is where we can really see concrete action coming out of that. Today it's focused purely on the social side of it. So we're focusing on diversity and inclusion. I'm super pleased we have so many women speakers for the day. We're looking at the investment case with Eva Halverson. We're looking at systemic change. We're looking at underrepresentation, which is a big problem. Then we're looking at aligning the entire portfolio with the Sustainable Development Goals or with the mission. And it's really nice to do that from two very different perspectives. So on the one hand, we have Dana of the Heron Foundation looking at how to align their whole portfolio with the mission of the foundation. But we also have some fiduciary pension funds, insurance companies talking about the same aspect, from New York Commons, APG to Aviva and ASR. We'll be looking at measuring the whole portfolio, which is, I think, impact investing. We focused in the early years more on measuring an individual investment, and now asset owners, but also fund managers are increasingly looking, how do we aggregate all that data? How do we report on a whole portfolio? So it's really nice to discuss that also from different perspectives. And of course, we'll hear some success stories of what has happened last year.
Sounds like yet another very packed, but also very exciting and promising to be insightful day. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Dirk, for being with us.
Thanks.
Well, and indeed, you've just heard it will be another great day. And I think that is the opportunity that I should seize to congratulate not only Dirk Meuleman, but also his full team at the Phenix Capital Group for these excellent 2 days. Yesterday was excellent. We've just heard today is going to be very promising as well. Congratulate Phenix for this fantastic lineup of speakers around a very exciting agenda. Congratulate Phenix for a lineup of very impressive sponsors, and evidently congratulate them for having you, dear audience, present with us. Thank you for tuning in. I promise you won't be disappointed.